What's up, everybody? It's Monday. Mindless motivation. Hey, are you noticing a little shake here on the camera here? Don't notice that. Notice this. Are you noticing that your employees are kind of slacking off lately? Not good, right? Not good at all. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are missing a secret ingredient. Bam! That is ruining your productivity, your team's productivity, right? As a manager, as a leader, you got to get that team to produce. What's missing? Fear. Fear itself. That's the topic of today's conversation. So let's get right to it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mindless Motivation, the most inspirational, transformational, life-changing few minutes of your day, of your week, of your month, of your year, of your life. How are you guys doing today? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Drop it like it's hot. That's what Snoop Dogg always did, and I think that we should do that too. So let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling today. Are you ready for this Monday? Are you ready to get your life transformed, your business going, your juices flowing, whatever that is? I'm so excited for you to be able to hear me speak to you and use my words to change your life. That's what it's all about. I'm Nate Katanis. I'm your thought leader, your life coach, your motivational speaker, your business guru, right? I'm here to solve your problems. So if you got any questions, lay them on me, because that's what we do. We change lives. We help people do more, be more, live more, and I have all the answers. That's just how I roll as a thought leader, life coach, business thinkfluencer. Unsolicited advice is what I do, okay? So today's guest, super excited about this. Her name is Kristin Hutchison, and she is also a motivational speaker, life coach, and she helps you believe in yourself, but with a little bit of twist, a little bit of heart, and a little bit of sass. She lays it to you straight. Very different than the fluffiness that I like to rest my head upon and help you rest your head upon. So it's going to be a little bit different. We might butt heads a little bit on this, but she's awesome. And today we're going to be talking about creating a toxic work environment, using fear to do that, and how powerful that can be to motivate people to produce results that we need them to produce, right? So important. People talk a lot about positivity, right? They talk about teamwork. They talk about, safety in the workplace, right? To help people. I don't even know how that helps. But what happens when you think about this, right? As just an example, right? What happens when you get a bunch of, construction people, right? Spending all of their time making sure that the vest is on right, that they're wearing the correct sized steel toe boots, that they've got their helmet on, they're trying to properly place the cones and their safety harnesses and all this stuff. What happens when they spend all their time doing that? Right? They're not getting the work done. They get it all ready to go. They get their safety belts buckled in, and before you know it, it's time to clock out, undo everything, and they didn't get anything done, right? This is like a metaphor for any kind of work environment. It doesn't have to be just construction, right? It could be anything, right? So if you think about it, we can't waste time with that kind of stuff, right? So, let's, at the end of the day, we're leaders, right? We have to get our teams to produce results. So I talked to Kristin about that. Garen, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Garen says this. Right back at you. I'm going to give you 2 high fives. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys to the hundreds of thousands of millions of people who tune in every single week to get their minds blown, to get motivated. I'm so excited for that, for the millions and billions that are in the Mindless Motivation Nation. So exciting. Let's get right to the interview. We talk about Kristin Hutchison, thought leader, life coach, talking about how to create a toxic work environment, to get those workers producing for us, okay? Let's get right to it. What is the most effective way to spread gossip and create a toxic work environment?
I try to use conflict resolution, like direct communication.
So direct communication is a way to essentially talk to the person so that they hear you versus talking about them behind their back, which I think would be kind of an effective way to slowly get the message across, right? Don't have them talk directly to the person, talk about them loudly in a different room so that maybe that they could overhear it and you don't actually have to, again, confront the person. Is that kind of in the same?
I prefer to go to the source. I think that's the most productive way. I will say the majority of people probably do it your way, because from what I've seen in large environments, it's a lot more of the talking between each other. And I think that's why there's such a lot of toxicity in work environments sometimes. I think that it makes work a little bit more difficult. I don't know how you feel on that topic.
Well, I find it very entertaining.
Yeah. I guess I think I would love to come and watch it to see. I think I could really learn a lot of what I shouldn't do by observing you with some of your clients. And then that'll be a really great way for me to avoid certain things that I don't want to do in the future.
I would love for that. In fact, we even teach a course, this top 7 things that you shouldn't do in a work environment. And we practice what we preach.
Yeah, this has been so enlightening.
Just for the listeners at home, enlightened means to use a lighter in order to and hold that over your arm and feel pain like from the movies.
I'm
look like a badass. Love that. Kristin using those really big words, enlightened. Still don't know what that means, but it seems like it would be a word that I would like to use in my vocabulary to make me sound smarter than I really am. Okay, so Kristin and I don't necessarily see eye to eye on the whole workplace thing, but you definitely should check her out. She's got a really cool thing going on Instagram called Kristin Being Kristin, and she just lays it to you straight, just like that, okay? Tough cookie. She's going to tell you how it is, and, I appreciate it, agree to disagree. But here's the thing. There is more to, I'm gonna focus on this, right? We're talking about creating a toxic work environment. How do we create fear in the workplace so that we can motivate people to, produce the results that we need to? And it turns out that gossip, I think, is a powerful way to create a sense of unease or uncomfortableness, and with just enough of it, it can really help you get the results that you need, because their employees become afraid. They never know who's talking about them behind their back. They're on edge. They better get their work done. Otherwise, they're going to get talked about, not in a positive way, right? And that is a powerful way to get them to produce results, okay? So the first thing, workplace gossip, that'll help create a sense of fear. What do you guys think? Is that a powerful way? Do you have any other ideas for how we can really motivate people through fear or through anything else? I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments, because great minds think alike. 1 + 1 = 3 sometimes, or 1 times a million, which is the amount of people that are watching this right now. We don't know how high that number is, but it's a high number. Okay, now here's the thing. There's another strategy that I'd like you guys to consider as leaders, as managers, as bosses in the workplace. If you're afraid of confrontation, right? Because when you're trying to create fear in the workplace, you have to sometimes confront people, or you can just talk about them behind their back. There's a couple different ways to do it. But if you're afraid of confrontation like me, as a manager, as a leader, spend all of your time, I want you guys to try this, spend all of your time trying to get your employees to like you and become their best friend. Great use of time. Kind of like, think about like the cool mom who, serves their underage daughter and all of her friends mimosas, before they're 21, to kind of try to be the cool mom, and they won't respect you at all, right? But they might like you or act like they like you, right? And that can be a powerful way. That's a metaphor. Again, don't serve mimosas to, I'm not saying you should do that. I'm saying that you should act like that person and try to show up and be cool and try to get people to like you as a way to maybe manipulate them to get their work done more efficiently, right? I want you guys to give this a try. Here's Kristin Hutchison back again with part 2 of the interview. We talked about the importance of getting people to like you and how that can be effective. Check this out. I for sure base most of my self-being on whether or not people like me or not. And when they don't, it's kind of a problem. The idea, though, in the end, is to somehow become yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, I've spent this entire life trying to become somebody else. And in fact, I actually encourage all of my followers and students to try to become me. They never can be, because who could be that successful? But if they can try to constantly move closer to that, maybe one day they can get the Lambo or the billions of dollars or the fame or the respect or the lack of respect, right? Because we don't necessarily need anybody to like or respect us.
Right.
Even though we really want to spend our entire lives trying to get that.
Again, Nate, I'm sorry. I mean, we must just be on like completely, we're like the opposites of each other. Here I am again telling people it's not about all that crazy stuff. I'm like, forget the Lambo, forget the house. You know what I mean? That simple stuff is what makes you really happy.
These are ideas I don't think that the world's ready for. It's different stuff.
Yeah, I kind of like it different. I like different. I like everybody else is doing the same thing. I mean, I guess you can pose in front of the Lambo and drive yourself crazy and work yourself to get all that stuff, or you can just kind of be like, hey, I don't really need that stuff and I'm just gonna be happy with me. I know it's kind of earth shattering. It's kind of crazy.
It's just not quite setting in. So you guys heard some stuff. There's some nuggets of information. If you're trying to get somebody to like you in the workplace or anywhere really, take photos of yourself in front of very expensive cars like a Lamborghini or a Porsche or a Mazda Miata, but just don't show the emblem, right? It kind of looks maybe kind of like it could be like a fancy convertible from like a close-up. Take photos of yourself, post those on social media, and show them to your coworkers and the people that work for you, and just see what they think. I'm sure that they'll think that you're very cool. They'll start to like you, and I'm sure that they will want to work harder than they've ever worked before. And if that doesn't work, go back to the fear thing, okay? Go back to gossiping behind people's back and seeing if that is a way to motivate people to be afraid all the time so that they do get their work done. Guys, this is a powerful, powerful strategy. Both of these strategies are very powerful. I hope that you guys use them today to kick off this Monday if you're a manager, if you're a leader. And if you're not a leader or a manager, and you're, that person that's feeling unmotivated, then, maybe you should start gossiping behind other people's back to motivate your manager to gossip behind your back and then motivate you, right? See, it works both ways. So these can be powerful strategies for you guys to start using in the workplace, and whether it's virtual or in person, it doesn't matter. Guys, I want to do what I always do, leave with a powerful quote for the day. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you sound like a baby train. Okay? So stop saying that I think I can or I think I can't. Just can or just can't. One of the two, okay? Stop sounding like a baby train, okay? It's weird, all right? You can or you can't. No more thinking, right? That's one of my biggest things, right? Never think, speak first, think never, right? What happens when we're about to say something, right? We have a thought, we think to ourselves, is this going to be appropriate for children, or does it make any sense at all, right? We think, we hesitate, we don't speak. And that's what this show is all about, right? Get to the words. Just say it out loud. Don't even think about it, okay? Stop thinking. All right, guys. Hey, get out there. I'm so excited for you. Let's take on the day. I know you're motivated. I know you're ready to go. Let's go. Have a great day.